Hello and welcome to another episode of Come Sit Down, Let's Talk. I am the Master Life Coach, Chief Curator of Embrace You Training Solutions, also known as Miss Get You Together. So, this is episode 3 of a 4-part where I have been breaking down the many facets of who I am. So when it comes to the coaching arena, I am known as a master life coach because I am a coach to coaches. So what does that mean? So I certify life coaches. I have a 15-week curriculum that I curated, and I walk coaches through a life-changing experience, helping them to get from where they are to where they want to be, and then helping them to understand how to help others get from where they are to where they want to be. So our coaching program has a 3-part concept. We work on the mindset, skill set, and then toolkit. We help them to change their mind in the way they think about life. Then we give them the information on how to actually life coach clients, and then we start to give them the tools and the resources they need to successfully build their life coaching practice. So what is different about that as it is to what other people do? Because as my good friend Janae say, we top 2 and 2 ain't what we is. So that leaves us number 1. I often say that our life coaching certification is second to none. So when it comes to what we provide and offer, we take a holistic approach where we don't just give you information, we teach you how to apply it, and then we teach you how to build your clientele. So it's a very exceptional program. I have a degree in education. So building curriculums is something that I have learned through education. So yeah, it don't get no better than that. So the name of our life coaching company is Embrace You Coaching. It has been established since 2019, and since 2019 we have successfully certified 100 coaches. Pat myself on the back. But we don't get no glory, God gets all the glory. So when it comes to who I coach as Coach Mechelle, I'm a coach for coaches. Also, I coach entrepreneurs, I coach leaders, I coach pastors, I coach those who lead others. So with 2 certifications in life coaching, that's what makes me the master life coach. And I enjoy it because I feel that's what I've been called to do. I've been called to help others. My vision is to impact, impart, and empower others to impact, impart, and empower others. So it's who I am, it's what I do, it's who I've been called to. So I have been life coaching certified as a life coach since 2017. But I've really always been a coach. I've always been that friend who everybody goes to when they want to have a conversation, when they need some advice. I've always been that person. So I didn't just start coaching. Like, I remember being an operations supervisor back in 2010 and telling the reps who I manage, hey, what I teach you now isn't just for this job, but I'm coaching you for life. And oftentimes they reach back out and be like, yeah, Miss Mechelle, you was right. So now doing it full time as a career, I've been off of my job for a year. Pay myself again. And it has been adventurous to say the least. Now, how did I get the name Miss Get You Together? So I have this one particular client who I gave away a free coaching session at a speaking engagement. And she waited almost a year to take advantage of her free coaching session. So when she came, we coached at a restaurant. We was eating or what have you, and I began to talk with her and share with her and life coach with her, and she was like, "Oh, I'm not coming back because you done got me all the way together." And it was hilarious because it took her about 2 years to come back. But when she came back, she started saying, "Oh, you Get You Together." And I bought into it. I was like, okay, Get You Together it is. So in becoming Get You Together, I think it's the approach that I utilize when I am coaching. My approach is truth only. Like we deal with the truth, and I'm not afraid of conflict. I'm not afraid of not going with what the client says, but really digging deep to show the client how things should be different and how they are different. I will get your whole life together. That's what they say. But it is just the approach that I take. One of my favorite scriptures and that I utilize a lot is love covers a multitude of sin and fault. But it's through the love, because through love and kindness have I drawn thee. So it is easy to have conflicting, difficult conversations when the filter of your words is love. So when you filter it through love, it comes across different. One of my favorite quotes is truth without love is brutality. Too often we be like, I'm gonna just give you the truth, and it's not with love, and it does a whole lot more damage than it does good. But when people know that you care, they will accept the hard conversations. Sometimes they'll have to back away, but they gotta come back. They gotta come back. So Get You Together, she will absolutely help you get your life to and together. So as the coaching persona, and I'm known in the coaching industry as Get You Together, so my client gave me the name, I bought into it, and now I wear it on shirts. I go by it. She does everything, and there are some people who can't handle Get You Together. When they can't handle Get You Together, I give them Coach Mechelle. Same person, different tactics, different processes. So Coach Mechelle, she is the calm, the politically correct, the one with the intentional words, the one with the right words to say, the one that is more nurturing, the one that is the baby come give me a hug type of coach. People enjoy it because a lot of us don't have anyone who's going to really dig down and embrace who they really are. Embrace has become a part of who I am. It's a brand. So I have Embrace You Training Solutions, which is a training company. We assist small to medium-sized business owners with curriculum, training, information packets that they need. And if they need for me to bring in my training staff to train their employees, we will do that. There's a lot of small business companies that do not have the funding or the funds in their budget to have on-hand trainers. So we'll come in and we'll train their people. That's what Embrace You Training does. Now Embrace You Coaching, that's where we do all things coaching. Not only do we have the certification program, but we also have a coaching network. So right now there's 101 people in that coaching network. And we not just do coaching, but we learn to do life together. One of our mantras we live by is we thrive in tribe. When it comes to building your tribe, you should have those people who you can depend on, you can go to, you can laugh with, you can cry with, and that's what we find amongst each other in the Embrace You Coaching Network. Also, it's our area where we do a lot of additional training. We do mastermind workshops. We do monthly sessions so that we can do continual education and help our coaches to be always abrupt on what's new, as well as to be the best version of themselves as people and coaches, because the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. I believe it wholeheartedly. Also, I have Embrace You Cares Outreach, which is a nonprofit organization. And part of our mission is to bring resources to low income and underprivileged neighborhoods. We go out, we do giveaways, we do food. We partnered with another nonprofit who does food giveaways. We do giveaways for school supplies. We do a lot of things, but a lot of what we do as a nonprofit is we partner with other nonprofits to be able to provide them with the needed resources. And then there's Embrace You Ministries, which is the name of the ministry that I have. So my whole life derives around embracing people right where they are, not looking for them to be any greater than where they currently are, but helping them to get from where they are to where they want to be. And that's who Embrace You is. That's what Coach Mechelle does. It's funny because people know the Embrace You but don't know me. They'll see our ENRY and they like, oh, yes, absolutely. We are called to the nation as Embrace You Coaching, and we are looking to be a household name. That's where we're headed. So when it comes to Coach Mechelle and Miss Get You Together, as a team, oh, you got the people you need to help you. So you come to a session and I have the liberty to be bold. Oh, I'm gonna get you two together all the way. And it's gonna be done in such a manner of love that it doesn't become an offense when we can deal with the truth. Again, because truth without love is brutality. And when people know you care, they will accept the hard conversations. One of my favorite quotes is by President Teddy Roosevelt, who says, no one cares how much you know until they know how much you care. Like, you can be the smartest person in the room, but if you are the one that does not show care, no one wants to hear what you have to say. But the moment you begin to show people that you care about who they are and where they are, they will listen to you. Your voice will become prominent to them in their lives, and you will be a sounding board. Now, how do I manage it all? One, it takes organization. It really takes organization. It takes being able to code switch, like being able to know that if I go in this one environment, that it's okay to be Coach Mechelle, but if I go over here, I can be Miss Get You Together. You have to be able to read the room to know what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. When I was thinking about how to present all the facets of me, it was hilarious because I was talking with one of the producer of the show, and I was like, how do you even explain to someone how you are all these things at the same time? And it's possible. And as I've said in some of the other episodes, I want to encourage you to know that you don't have to pick who you're going to be. You can be this and that. I was looking up doing some research on the statement of jack of all trades, And I was, because my dad used to say, don't be a jack of all trades and a master of none. But why I can't master them all? I mean, if I've been given the gifts, why can't I put the work in to be able to do them all? So it absolutely takes a whole lot of discipline. Not that I do it all right, because I have those days that I just don't feel like doing nothing. And if I don't feel like doing nothing, I might just not do nothing. But for the most part, I live a disciplined life because that's what allows me to manage all the things that I do, like being boss, being employer, being coach, being pastor is a lot to take on. But when you put everything in the right perspective and you put everything in its proper order and place, then yeah, it's easy because it becomes the core of who you are. One of the things I will say, and I say it all the time to people, is I might be day coach, but when I get home, I'm just Mechelle. Like, I can't walk up in there trying to be Coach Mechelle to Mr. Canady, because that ain't going to run. Like, too. So being able to know and make the adjustment that, yeah, I may run a business, actually multiple businesses, but when I get home, I don't run nothing. And my husband wants his dinner fixed. I need to wash clothes. Come on, I'm a whole wife. And putting those things in perspective and in order, it does give me the ability to be all of those things. And I enjoy it. It's been a pleasure. So, yes, being a wife and being a business owner, sometimes it does become challenging. But one of the things I say to him often is, the day he decide that he don't want me to do all this stuff, that y'all gonna have to find y'all a coach, y'all gonna have to find y'all a pastor, y'all gonna have to find somebody to run this company. Because if he tell me he tired of me doing this, I'm going home, because he is number one. And I work hard to create the space in our lives that he knows that he's number one. None of what I do is ever going to be more important than my role as a wife to him. Yes. Now, I joke with him because I guess being married to someone who does life coaching, sometimes you eventually pick that stuff up. So whenever I need coaching, I go to my coach, who is Coach Cedric. And it's hilarious because he has been around so much that he has picked up terminology. He has picked up some of the tactics and the skill, and it is actually hilarious. And I'd be like, "Is you coaching me?" And he'd be like, "Do you need it?" I'm like, yeah, I do." So it is.
Hey everybody, it's MrsGetU2Gether.
Get out my office. Hilarious to see us in those situations where we're having conversations, because we're usually coaching each other. Now, Coach Mechelle, she is a very driven person. She's very passionate about what she does. I'm passionate about educating people. I'm passionate about building and creating a platform that's not just sufficient for me, but one I can also bring other coaches along with. There's a lot of opportunities that come my way that I don't have the ability to take on, or I'm just not called to, and I provide the other coaches in my organization with those. We also encourage them to do more than just coaching. Many of the people who come to our organization are already entrepreneurs. With the serial entrepreneur spirit, I think I attract other entrepreneurs. So helping them to be able to manage more than one business, manage more than one area in life, is something that I really enjoy helping coaches do. One of the things I tell them, hey, You can do as much as you are gifted to do because God has graced us to be more than just one thing. I remember a pastor told me one time, it's like, pick that one thing you good at and do that. That's hard for me because I've never been a person to do just one thing. Even in high school, my senior year in high school, I was a student and I worked a part-time and a full-time job and still made the honor roll. So when you've been given many gifts, you have the ability to do many things, but it does take discipline, being able to put it all in perspective and to keep it organized. I do have a staff, I do have a team who helps me to manage it. Like I have someone who manages my calendar, and that helps me a whole lot to be where I'm supposed to be when I'm supposed to be there. Absolutely. I have someone who assists with the creative side to all of my businesses. She's my creative curator, who is Shakisha Bracy. Shout out to the Braces, producer, creator, curator of this show and most things that I do. So we got some other stuff that will be coming and you can be on the lookout for it. So when it comes to who I am as a coach, you can get one of the two or you can get both. You can either get Coach Mechelle or you can get Miss Get You Together, honey, because she will get you two and gather in love. I tell them, let me just gather your life. You see, like, you know how you waste something and you be gathering? Yeah, that's how I be in the coaching. I help you gather your life. So I have a treat for you because you're going to meet the last and final, I guess she would be called a personality. She's actually my inner critic. So you can stay tuned because you're going to meet another part of me. So I want to thank you for joining and watching the Come Sit Down, Let's Talk. I am Master Life Coach and Chief Curator of Embrace You Training Solutions. See you next week, same time, same batch.
With Embrace You, I found a career.
At Embrace You, I found a family.
At Embrace You, I found me.
Are you the strong friend who's always giving advice? Are you the one always mentoring and coaching? Have you thought about being a certified life coach? Because here at Embrace You, we have room for you in our family.
I am Embrace You.
I am Embrace You.
I am Embrace You.
And you can be Embrace You.